Today is construction day 29, and I want to focus today's update on a walk and talk of the property. And the topic is going to be, can we get this build done 100% in less than 6 months? So that's the goal, 6 months. So can we do it in less than 6 months? So that's the topic. And there's a lot of going on today here in the job site. So while I'm walking around doing the walk and talk, I'll show you guys some stuff that's going on. So when we moved here just a couple months ago and we started talking to people regarding the build, and give you some examples. We'll go out to dinner and see a couple foreigners, and we start a conversation, and they tell us their story, and then we tell them that we're building a home. And the question always is, how long do you think it's going to take? And I would say, without question, 99% of the time, 9 out of 10 times, or 99 out of 100 conversations, when I say that we're building a home and this is a type of home, I always show them a picture of what it's going to look like, and then I show them the pool and the fence, and that we're going to do it in 6 months. They basically just laugh and say good luck. Said that'll never happen. And then I'm hearing from some subscribers saying that they've done it in 6 months. They've actually built their home here in the Philippines in 6 months or less. So, but I would say, again, 99 out of 100 people say that it's impossible. And then they always tell us, hey, we wish you luck getting that done. So kind of like a negative tone to the conversation. So that's the topic of today's video. So do we think, now that we're on day 29 of construction, so we're a month in, how do we feel where we're at today? And I think we're in great shape. Do I think here at day 29 that will be completed in 6 months? I say yes. Now obviously, if there's a major typhoon or a very long and hard rainy season and delays with the weather, we won't make it. But if that doesn't happen, so in other words, the labor, the supplies, just getting through the construction and getting moved in, barring any bad weather, I think yes. I think the answer is yes. And I think we've made some really good progress in 30 days. So I'm here in front of the property, and they did go one course higher with the fence. So now we are officially at the 6-foot level. So looking up at the property, the right-hand side, this is our neighbor's property, which I believe they're going to start building in 2023, so next year. So here is the fence line between both properties, and now looks like about 4 panels in, they're at the 6-foot level. And then they still have more to go because of the delay with the columns back there, getting the columns fixed. So now that they're fixed and doweled, and then one was replaced, that they're starting to lay the block in the back of the property. But this is 6-foot level. So it'll be solid fence down the side, and then you can see it transitions here to only 4 blocks. And then all the way across the front of the property. So you're looking at the 7 rocks, the 7 columns. Eventually there'll be 7 lights. This is going to be the height of the hollow blocks in the front of the property. And then all the way to that 6-foot level, so the top of the hollow block right there, all the way across and all the way down to the gate and past the gate, there'll be basically steel horizontally here that you'll be able to see through. So it'll only be a few inches apart, so no animals will be able to jump through, but it will be basically a see-through fence made out of steel, and it'll be painted black. So that's the plan. You can also see that this comes across straight, and then it goes on an angle. So there's a 45 right here going to this wall that goes up the property, and that's because of this very large rock. We decided not to touch it. So the property line is not the fence. The property line is 1.5 meters out. So there's the Mahone right there. So the property line is actually out this way. So 1.5 meters from the fence out. So the 7 rocks are actually on our property. And then we can clean this all up, landscape it, and have some nice flowers in the front of the fence. So that's the plan out here. But we wanted to leave this rock one. It's huge, and we don't know how far down it goes. And also, I think I mentioned that the owner of the subdivision is going to be creating a road in here at some point that's going to go up to our neighbor's property. And I'm sure it'll be gravel, and it will just lead up to the property so that he can have his entrance when he starts to build. So it's kind of nice to have this rock here as a little pivot point, instead of having the fence itself as the pivot point to go from coming up the road and then turning here and then going up. So that's kind of nice having that barrier right there. So coming across, you get a good look at the job site. So again, getting back to the getting done in 6 months, we're confident that it will happen. I guess we'll all find out together as the project moves along. But I'm just really surprised that so many people is saying that it's going to take 1 year. And when I say a lot of people, it's basically everyone we talk to. Wilma and I get out quite a bit. We go out to dinner a couple nights a week. We go down to the boulevard, take walks. You know, we do get out and see a lot of folks. And being a foreigner, you know, you're kind of like a magnet where people come up and have conversations. And we always bring up the house. And of course, we say we have a YouTube channel and please subscribe. We've been saying that a lot to the locals around here. And then we start talking about timelines, and so many people said, hey, good luck with that. So, you know, that's kind of shocking to us. Just, that's kind of accepted that a home takes 12 months. But again, I've gotten emails and comments from you guys saying that you build homes in 6 months or less. So I don't think it's unrealistic to have a goal that is considered aggressive. So we're gonna go for it, and I think it's gonna happen. All right, I like to get Wilma's perspective as a Filipina. Will the house be done in 6 months?
No excuse, it should be done in 6 months.
Come up the driveway, and here's Felix building the trusses that's going to crisscross, as I mentioned that in yesterday's video, in the center of the main living area. And it's kind of like an I-beam, so I don't want to have that arc on camera, so let me just walk to the far side. But he's building it now. You can see it's basically two together, welded, so it's kind of like an I-beam, and that'll go down and crisscross the center of the main living area. Now, I talked to Felix about how it's going to be attached. So he will actually go up there and weld it in place, and then the rebar coming out of the beams, that'll all be welded, and then the purlins will go across the trusses, and they will also be welded. And then Felix said, and I haven't seen them yet, there's some type of a clip that they put on for double security. So again, I haven't seen what that clip looks like, but once they get on site, I'll make sure I do a video on that. So Felix is here building the trusses for the center main room. Haven't shown the rock wall in a while, so we can't wait to get the steps here leading up to the pool area. That'll be concrete steps. And then here is some of the dirt, that black dirt that we've been taking from the roadway, and we're starting to stockpile it. So once the fence is all rendered and the columns are all poured, and that's completed, we'll use this brown dirt to backfill all the way around, and then we'll come back at a later time with this nice dirt. Now this is all black dirt here. We haven't touched any of this. I'm sure this is once this is loosened up, it'll be real good black dirt. But there's going to be some of this topsoil here that has some sand in it and some clay that's not going to all get into the backfill of the fence. It'll get mixed in. So we're going to hopefully have enough here. And he's got a ways to go out there, but we'll have a nice top coat for this garden area. Then what I haven't showed you guys in a long time is the work that Richard has done in the back of the pool. Look at all this beautiful black topsoil that he pulled from the roadway. So again, the pool's going to be quite high. I mean, it's going to go up to get that infinity look. So we need several feet of topsoil. So we haven't decided what we're going to do with the rocks yet. Either A, it's going to just go in as backfill, and then this dirt will go over top, or possibly once the pool is at the right height, we use some of these rocks to build a rock wall along this side of the pool, and then use the dirt to go up to the bottom of the rock wall leading out to the main rock wall. And then it'll be grass here. We'll plant grass leading out to the rock wall. So that's the plan. Got a couple guys today working on bringing more rock. That large rock that's going on the floor. So here's the main area. And you can see that yesterday this was basically all just dirt. So you can see they're bringing in the large rock. And unfortunately, the piles of the large rock is way over there. So that was probably a mistake having them bring this stuff up so early and staging it so far away, because these guys are bringing it over one wheelbarrow at a time from a far distance away. So that's costing us some labor and a lot of effort for the guys. But you can see they're bringing in a lot of stone and working on pounding it down in to make the base of the floor nice and solid. I have that area, that area. So they're making good progress. You can see the beam going across. So they're starting to pull the molds off today of what was poured. And then they're working on extending down to the front of the house. So this is taking a lot of time. It's a lot of work. And they're actually, when they're pouring the beams, what I'm noticing, they're pouring the beam and the balance of the column at the same time. So that, if you call it the joint of the horizontal and vertical, is all one pour. I'm assuming that's for strength. So it's, the cold joint is down further down the column, but the crisscross of the horizontal and the vertical is one pour. So I've noticed that's how they're handling that. So I had two subscriber questions that I want to address. And the first one was, how are you going to shed all the water from the roof? So being a shed type roof, it's going to be angled towards the back of the house. And then the carport will shed this way down to this grassy area that'll go down to the fence. So there will be two drains, two concrete drainage, one in the back of the property, because remember, we built that wall a full 2 feet back from the property line. So we have a 2 feet area to build a concrete drainage. So the water that will shed off the house will go into that drainage and come down this way. And then there also will be drainage basically starting here and will follow to the fence. And then the fence just slopes downwards towards the front of the road anyway. So there'll be concrete drainage all the way down this fence line. So the water will shed down from the back of the property. So there'll be no gutters in the front and no gutters on the side, because the way that the roof is designed to shed backwards. So there'll be a lot of water back there. And then it will shed across and then down, and then there will be a drainage, concrete drainage, going down to the front of the property. The second subscriber question, and it was more of a comment, said, hey, I got an idea. In the back of your carport, since the carport will be running basically to that column right there and it'll all be under roof, you should build a little room back here for storage. And it's funny he said that, because that's exactly what our plan is. It was not part of the original plan at all. It's not on blueprint. But my wife keeps saying, where are you going to put all your tools? And I've been saying, I'm just going to use my office area and have some shelves and have all my drills and whatnot there. And she says, I don't think so. So looks like that we're going to build something here. Now, it's not part of the plan, and I haven't even discussed it with the contractor yet. But we're going to see what the cost is to build a little concrete room here back in this back corner for garden tools, rake, shovels, things like that, my weed whacker, chainsaw, and then all my tools, and then something that I can shut the door and lock. So we're gonna do that. We just haven't designed it and haven't done any more than just say that we want to do it. And of course, it's going to come down to budget. But yeah, we're looking to put, a small room here. you know, maybe 4 foot by 6 foot, something like that. Just for tools, something that I can lock up. I would like to have electricity run to that room. Do we have a window? I mean, it's just, you know, at this point, it's wide open to discussion. But that was a great suggestion from a subscriber, and that's something that we've been, Wilma and I have been talking about for a few weeks now. So thanks for that comment.